How do you feel about the overall productivity of the last 6 days here in Lewiston?
I think it's been a real productive 6 days. We had a good starting point to things and have sustained it, but we got to continue that, of course, once we get back to Pullman throughout.
Do you feel any closer to narrowing it down to 2 QBs than you did when you arrived here?
They're all pretty close. They're all very neck and neck, and they all have a few qualities different. But yeah, they're all pretty hung right together. So, tomorrow night should be interesting.
You've had some talented receiving groups through the years here. The potential of this group, how do you think they stack up to what we've seen here in the past?
Well, the potential's higher. We're not a very old group. We're not a very experienced group. But we have, we're explosive, and we got a good mixture of tall and short and quick and strong and all that. But the group as a whole is real talented, one of the most talented I've ever coached. But, we're not very experienced, so we've got to try to, accelerate that.
Does it feel like you could maybe go beyond the 8-man rotation that you usually have, just because there are so many different guys who can kind of help out in situations?
Well, I don't think I will, but the thing is, but I think there's less of a drop-off than there was, so it gives you some depth. And if somebody goes down or something, then you have depth. But as far as really polishing guys up, you're better off with 8 as you get closer.
You mentioned, just getting back to the quarterback competition, you mentioned tomorrow night should be interesting. What are you hoping to see from those guys?
I'd like to see them separate each other. The good news is they're all playing real well, I think. But I'd like to see somebody separate themselves and really take control of it.
What have you seen from Max in camp?
Fast, strong, real consistent, especially for a young guy. He's a very consistent guy and catches the ball well too.
Are you looking forward to making the transition back to Pullman?
Yeah. Part of me wishes we were here a little longer, but with the off day and all that, it times up about right.
How'd you like the heat today?
It's good. This is more like it typically is. It's gotten hotter as the week went on. This is kind of more typical Lewiston this time of year. Early on it's a little cooler. It's hot, but it's cooler.
Obviously, you think about the players and such staying hydrated. Do you do anything different when you know it's going to be a day like this and you're out here for a few hours?
I try to stay hydrated. Try to drink water. But it hits everybody. The heat will hit everybody.
You've coached obviously at a number of different places. Can you think of the most maybe unforgiving practice conditions you've had to deal with through the years?
Well, the two hottest. Valdosta State will get ticked off about this because it was such high humidity. College of the Desert was the toughest, and that was out there in Palm Desert, California. And we'd even go kind of at night, but it'd still be hot. And you'd drive by the bank, it'd say 127 degrees and stuff like that. And then you'd go home and turn on the TV, and they'd say the hottest place in America was Phoenix, Arizona at 116, and we would have loved to have had 116. And then we had road runners running around the field, and we were the road runners. That was our mascot. And then, that's where they had the T-shirt in the mall where there's 2 dead skeletons laying there next to a cactus. And one says to the other, yeah, but it's a dry heat. And then so it was, it was really hot. No matter what you do, 120 degrees is hot. And Palm Desert's a little more humid than you think because, they have all these farms there, and then they have the golf courses and stuff, so there's some water in the air from watering those. And then the other place was Mount Pleasant, Iowa, which was routinely in the hundreds, and it was humid, and there wasn't a breeze. Mount Pleasant, Iowa was truly one of the hottest places in August. So,
Mike, what are your thoughts on Sean Harper these days?
He's playing good. Yeah, I think he's playing good. Running around pretty well, kind of got a little range to him.
Yeah, a rangy cornerback, is that out in the recruiting trail? Is that one of the most coveted commodities?
Try to get tall guys. You try to get tall guys, and it's tough to get across the board, so you better take some guys like Moulton that are great at flipping their hips and just a great corner. you know, you try to go as tall as you can and still make sure they can transition, you know.
Are you a fan of bugs? And what do you think of this guy that's coming?
That's a big bug.
Yeah.
What kind is that? Some kind of praying mantis deal, huh?
Yeah, I have no idea. You a bug fan though?
No, but Bobby for $20 will eat it. Yeah, I don't know. That's that now. You'd have bugs in Iowa. You'd see stuff flying around and crawling around there you'd never seen before. Georgia too. Yeah.
Is there still some competition going on at the left guard spot, or does Josh Watson kind of locked it down for now?
No, they're battling. We've got a pretty hefty battle there for the top 8, and those young freshmen are doing some good things too. They're ahead of schedule also, I think.
Is it mainly Hungana kind of pushing at left guard? Does Liam have a chance?
Pushing. Liam Ryan's pushing, and honestly, I think the 3 young guys are pushing a little bit too. I mean, once they get settled in, and I'm leaving somebody out, and I can't think who it is. You know, of course, Watson is in the mix, and then you know, Abe and Valencia are fighting to hang on to their jobs, as kind of everybody is. But yeah, no, we've been mixing them in.